They're talking about Fred. They're talking about Fred. Yeah, they're saying cheap, cheap, cheap.
Everyone knows I Love Lucy as one of TV's most beloved sitcoms, but in 1954, one episode went too far. From controversial themes to network fears, this is the story of the episode that was locked away forever. What happened was so shocking that the showrunners buried it, and the cast refused to speak about it for decades. The idea for I Love Lucy didn't start with the classic show we know and love. In the late 1940s, Lucille Ball starred in a hit radio show called My Favorite Husband, where she played a quirky, strong-willed housewife. Recognizing her talent for physical comedy and sharp timing, CBS wanted to adapt the radio program into a television series. However, Lucille had one condition. Her real-life husband, Cuban bandleader Desi Arnaz, would play her on-screen husband. At the time, network executives were skeptical that audiences would accept an interracial couple on television, fearing backlash from conservative viewers. To prove them wrong, Lucille and Desi toured the country performing live sketches. Their undeniable chemistry wowed audiences and convinced CBS to take the risk, giving birth to I Love Lucy. When production began, the couple didn't just star in the show, they broke barriers behind the scenes. Their company, Desi Productions, introduced revolutionary techniques, like filming with a live studio audience and using multiple cameras. These innovations shaped the future of television and helped I Love Lucy stand out as a sitcom, unlike anything else on air. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz weren't just the stars of I Love Lucy, they were also visionaries behind the camera. Through their company, Desi Productions, they didn't just innovate, but they also owned and controlled the production, a rare feat at the time. Their pioneering brought creative freedom, allowing them to shape the show exactly as they envisioned. Desi's business acumen was instrumental in making the series a success. He negotiated deals that allowed them to retain the ownership rights to the show, an unprecedented move, which ensured its longevity through reruns. This decision made I Love Lucy one of the earliest syndicated programs and helped establish reruns as a standard in television. Behind the scenes, Lucille and Desi worked tirelessly, often juggling their real-life marriage with the pressures of show business. Despite their personal struggles, their combined efforts produced a series that wasn't just visually groundbreaking, but also emotionally resonant, blending sharp comedic timing with themes of love and togetherness. At its core, I Love Lucy wasn't just about comedy, it was about daring to dream and the chaos that followed. Lucille Ball's character, Lucy Ricardo, embodied the everyday housewife who often rebelled against societal norms, striving for adventure, success, and a taste of stardom. This resonated deeply with audiences in the 1950s, particularly women, as Lucy's antics reflected the struggles and aspirations of those seeking to break free from traditional roles. What truly set the show apart was its balance between absurd physical comedy and deeply relatable moments. Ricky Ricardo, played by Desi Arnaz, served not only as Lucy's grounding counterpart, but also highlighted the challenges of an interracial marriage on screen, subtly breaking barriers without making it the show's central focus. Each episode created its own mini-storyline while skillfully navigating universal themes of ambition, love, and compromise. Whether it was Lucy attempting to join Ricky's nightclub act or her wild attempts at entrepreneurship, her relentless optimism charmed viewers and became the emotional heartbeat of the series. At the heart of I Love Lucy was its ability to intertwine broader social commentary with personal, relatable humor. The show reflected and sometimes poked fun at the gender expectations of the 1950s. Lucy's escapades often rebelled against the typical role of a suburban housewife, showcasing a character who wanted more than just cooking and cleaning. Her relentless ambition symbolized a quiet pushback against traditional gender norms, even if it was always wrapped in humor. Another recurring theme was that of balancing cultural differences. Ricky Ricardo's Cuban heritage was front and center, not just in his accent, but also in his music, traditions, and occasional misunderstandings with Lucy. It was one of the first times on television that an interracial marriage was depicted, subtly addressing themes of acceptance in an era that was still grappling with these dynamics. The show also explored the ordinary struggles of marriage and friendship in extraordinary ways. Lucy's friendships with Ethel and Fred Mertz provided a mix of loyalty, camaraderie, and comedic rivalry, reflecting the enduring need for connection and community in everyday life. Without ever becoming preachy, I Love Lucy used relatable domestic challenges and heightened absurdity to address societal pressures, cultural identity, and human imperfections. These themes made the show universally appealing and timeless. Producing I Love Lucy was as groundbreaking as it was demanding. One of the most notable challenges was shooting with a live studio audience, something rarely done at the time. While this approach added an authentic energy to the show, it required perfect comedic timing and coordination from the actors. Mistakes could derail entire scenes, requiring reshoots in front of the same audience, which added pressure on the cast. Additionally, the use of a 3-camera setup, unheard of in television at the time, significantly complicated production. Each scene had to be carefully choreographed so that the cameras could capture everything seamlessly without missing any key comedic reactions. Although this technique became a standard in the industry, it was a logistical challenge during its early implementation. The physical comedy that defined Lucille Ball's iconic performances also presented risks. Complex stunts, like her infamous grape stomping or conveyor belt scenes, often left her bruised and exhausted. Her dedication to getting each gag perfect often pushed her beyond what many actors at the time were willing to do, and she became known for her incredible work ethic. Meanwhile, technical issues occasionally arose due to Desi Arnaz's use of 35mm film instead of the lower-quality kinescope, a decision that made reruns possible. Filming with this higher standard of quality was expensive and required constant adjustments to set lighting and equipment to ensure every scene looked top-notch for syndication. In 1953, just a year before the unaired episode was filmed, Lucille Ball became embroiled in the height of McCarthyism's Red Scare. It was revealed that she had registered as a communist in 1936 at the request of her grandfather, a vocal socialist. Although Lucille later clarified that she was never involved in political activism and only registered to please her grandfather, the revelation caused a media frenzy. The controversy nearly jeopardized her career. Desi Arnaz quickly came to her defense, famously quipping, "The only thing read about Lucy is her hair, and even that's not real." His humorous statement, alongside public support from the industry, helped diffuse the situation, but the episode left Lucille shaken. She worried this political cloud would follow her and impact I Love Lucy's legacy. CBS was also deeply concerned about any association with controversy. The network quietly implemented more oversight on future scripts, particularly avoiding any politically sensitive themes. This cautious atmosphere lingered for years, casting a shadow over creative decisions, including the shelving the episode. The incident demonstrated how fragile success could be in the tense cultural climate of the 1950s. While Lucille ultimately survived the scrutiny, the episode reinforced fears among network executives about the potential career-damaging consequences of straying too close to divisive topics. Despite its conclusion in 1957, I Love Lucy left an enduring legacy that shaped the future of television. Its reruns became a staple of syndication, introducing the series to younger generations and solidifying it as one of the first truly timeless TV shows. The decision to film on 35mm, spearheaded by Desi Arnaz, ensured the show's pristine quality, allowing it to be broadcast globally for decades. The innovations brought by I Love Lucy didn't stop with technical advancements. Its success paved the way for character-driven sitcoms where women could take the comedic lead. Lucille Ball's influence is evident in numerous female comedians who cite her as an inspiration, including Carol Burnett, Joan Rivers, and Tina Fey. In terms of storytelling, the show introduced the standard sitcom structure, a mix of standalone episodes enriched by ongoing character arcs. This format became the template for modern comedies, influencing shows like Friends and The Office. Additionally, I Love Lucy normalized an interracial couple on screen, a groundbreaking move in the 1950s, and incorporated Cuban culture through Ricky Ricardo's music and traditions. This subtle celebration of diversity was revolutionary for a time when such representation was rare, giving space for more multicultural programming in the future. The series' memorabilia and tours of Desi Studios remain popular with fans today. From its iconic heart-shaped opening credits to Lucy's laugh-out-loud schemes, I Love Lucy continues to charm audiences in a way few shows have ever managed. Over the years, I Love Lucy has seen numerous successful re-releases, cementing its place as a cultural icon. Its syndication began soon after the original run ended, making it one of the first shows to prove that reruns could be just as lucrative as original broadcasts. Decades later, digitally remastered versions were released, restoring the visual and audio quality for new audiences. Special colorized episodes, such as the classic Lucy Does a TV Commercial, debuted to great fanfare, reintroducing the show to modern viewers. Rumors of the unaired episode Lucy Meets the Senator have persisted among die-hard fans and television historians. Some suggest that partial scripts and production notes still exist, hidden deep in studio archives. Over time, whispers have emerged of someone finding storyboards or early drafts of the controversial episode. However, CBS has never confirmed or released these materials, adding to the mystery surrounding its existence. Fans have long theorized about the episode's content, with some speculating that it was intended to parody a real-life politician or political movement of the era, which would have made it even riskier to air. Despite the intrigue, no complete copy of the episode has surfaced, feeding its reputation as one of TV history's greatest mysteries. The cultural impact of I Love Lucy extends far beyond its original run, influencing television, comedy, and even societal norms. One of its most significant contributions was how it made comedy accessible to global audiences. The universal humor of Lucy's physical antics transcended language barriers, leading to the show being broadcast in countries worldwide and dubbed into numerous languages. The character of Lucy Ricardo became an archetype for the dreamer, the underdog who never gives up, no matter how outlandish her goals may seem. This trope has inspired countless TV characters, from Mary Tyler Moore in The Mary Tyler Moore Show to Leslie Knope in Parks and Recreation, demonstrating how Lucy's comedic blueprint remains foundational. Beyond its influence on entertainment, the show also paved the way for societal shifts. By portraying Lucy Ricardo breaking out of traditional gender roles, even through comedic mishaps, it subtly encouraged women to seek independence and pursue their dreams, no matter the challenges. The show also continues to appear in pop culture references. From The Simpsons to Gilmore Girls, tributes to I Love Lucy are used to symbolize nostalgic, timeless comedy. Even fashion brands have adopted imagery of Lucy in their designs, turning her bright red hair and polka-dotted dresses into cultural symbols. Lucille Ball's post-I Love Lucy career further cemented her as a powerhouse in Hollywood. As the first woman to run her own major production studio, Desi produced iconic shows like Star Trek and Mission Impossible. This legacy of leadership and creativity ensured that I Love Lucy's influence went far beyond sitcoms. It helped change the television industry itself. I Love Lucy endures not just as a sitcom, but as a touchstone for television history. Its innovative combination of groundbreaking production techniques, relatable storytelling, and truly universal comedy ensures that it remains beloved even decades later. What truly helps it stand apart is its ability to address fundamental human experiences: ambition, love, friendship, and the desire to break free from societal norms without losing its sense of humor. The meticulous detail in its comedic setups, from Lucy's elaborate physical gags to the perfectly timed repartee, has given the show a timeless quality. Unlike many of its contemporaries, the humor remains sharp and relevant, proving that truly great comedy never ages. The show's willingness to push boundaries, even when facing societal and network pressures, showcases its boldness for its time. Though that particular episode remains hidden, its story reminds us of the complexities of creating innovative content during a politically sensitive climate. In many ways, Lucille Ball's groundbreaking steps as an actress, producer, and comedian embody the spirit of perseverance she portrayed as Lucy Ricardo. I Love Lucy is not merely remembered for its comedic brilliance, but also for its cultural impact, continuously inspiring creators and audiences alike to dream big, take risks, and, above all, laugh.